Hey, Mike here again. Got another rifle in. This time it's a Weihrauch 95 .22 caliber. I wanted a .22 because I didn't have the .22, and now I do. So I have the Beeman R9. It's a full-length stock 177. I have the Weihrauch 95 in .177, and now I have the Weihrauch 95 in .22. So I got this from Michael Paquette. I think I pronounced your name right. So Mike had the rifle for a while, and apparently through the time period he had it, the spring broke, and something was going on with it, so he sent it back, and they put a Titan spring in it and a new piston seal. So later on, when I go through the rifle, I'll check it all out and tune it all up and make the guides for it and stuff. And I'm going to look into the Titan spring because I don't really know too much about the Titan spring. I normally use the JM Hornet springs, and I got a big bunch of them, bag full of them, maybe 5 or 7 of them, I don't know, but I have them, and that's what I put into the Weihrauch rifles where, you know, they fit. So anyway, we're going to go through that real quick. What can I say is maybe the rifle came from the factory dry and caused the piston seal to wear out. I don't know, who knows, but apparently something went down. And anyway, Mike got back in his PCP, I believe, and put his rifle up for sale, and I grabbed it. So let's get through this real quick. It's a quick little review, no big deal. And it's getting dark here in Billings, Montana. The sunlight, we kind of lost it. So anyway, it's a typical beach stock, and everybody knows what a Beeman R9 is like, or a Hawk 95. They're very nice rifles. The beach stock is nice, and of course the blue one's nice, and the recoil trigger is nice. This is one of my favorite rifles, actually, and I consider the R9 and the Hawk 95, I consider them the Winchester of air rifles. So the blue one's just as you would expect, right? Nice. So most of you already know what this is all about, but you know what? We like air gun stuff, so this is just more air gun stuff. So sit back and enjoy air gun stuff. I haven't really had a chance to go through the rifle. I have no idea if the breech and the pellet fit is going to be good. There's somewhat of a close-up. I don't think you can really see it though, of the front of the rifle barrel. But anyway, so I got it now, and I have it in 22, and I'm kind of happy about that. I have a lot of rifles, and I need to go through them all, clean them up, and do my thing to them, and start to enjoy them. And one of the things I did notice real quick, we'll throw that in there, was that, let me put my glasses on. Let's see here. What's it say? 2/26, 2016. And this was for, let's see, I can't see it, $2.99 and 95 cents. And I think they cost a little bit more now. But I noticed this here, this was taken 3/17 by the time they actually got around to doing this test. And they did the, what is it, the 5-shot groups, or the 5 shots at 20 yards. They didn't post any pictures of the groups for some reason, but what I'm thinking is if they would have spent a little bit more time and shot more than 5 pellets, before they wrapped this up and shipped it out, they may have caught the fact that, hey, you know what, maybe this thing is needs to be lubed. Maybe it seems like it's dry. I have no idea, but whatever happened, he wound up breaking the spring, and the piston seal also was messed up. So they did right, and they put the new stuff in for him and shipped it back. But I'm thinking if it was my place, that it would have been nice to not have to shell out that extra money for shipping a rifle to the company and then back to the customer again, and not to mention the parts. But that's neither here nor there. The beach stock is nice, like I said, and it would be great if they offered these in a nice walnut, but that's a little bit too much to ask for. So there's your typical rail, right? Your scope notches there, and your safety. So there it is. It's a Weihrauch 95. So I have a bunch of good rifles, and I plan on going through them all and spending time with each and every one of them. And I may even let some go. I don't know. I just have a lot, and I don't see how you can really spend a lot of time with each rifle if you have a lot of rifles. But however that goes down, we'll find and figure it out. But it's a lot of fun. So meanwhile, I still have some hats and things to finish, and I'm waiting for some springs. Springs are going to be made for them, and one I'm going to put a leather roller barrel in. It's a tomahawk for somebody, but my personal one, I don't think I'm going to put the leather roller barrel in. I think I'm going to do something different. That's something that's going to save me a little money. And then after that, I think I'm going to call it quits on that stuff and move on and just start to enjoy the German rifles that I love so much, which is basically the Weihrauchs. So did I need this 95 and .22? Absolutely not. Did I want it? Absolutely yes. So now that I have it, I don't have to worry about wanting it anymore. I got it in my arsenal. So what else can I say? Mikey did a nice job on the packing, that's for darn sure. But I think if you would have just sent this to me or somebody else, or somebody that was close by, they could have taken it apart ahead of time when you first got it and did a quick run through, even if they just made sure it was lubed properly. Unfortunately, this is what happens, you know, every now and then you're going to get a rifle that's, you know, maybe it's lacking the lube, I don't know, but stuff does happen with air guns, we all know that. But meanwhile, now I have it, and I think later on I'll do a review on all the rifles that I have after I go through them, and maybe when I'm using them and actually shooting them. That would be pretty cool. So that's it. Another Weihrauch, found a home. I got what I wanted now. I think I'm pretty much caught up on air rifles as far as what I want. The one thing I did want to do is possibly get a thumbhole stock in walnut, a nice grade. And I was really thinking about taking a chance of going to the UK and ordering me one of those. The problem with that is the money's okay, it's just that you don't know what you're getting for walnut. I'll zoom in on that a little bit. Look at the blue one's very nice. So I don't know. This stuff goes on and on and on, right? I got a whole table back there full of parts and seals and all kinds of stuff and packets and stuff, airgun stuff. But later, I do have an R10, and I plan on, I don't know if you spotted this other R9 stock here. I'm going to put the R10 in that, I believe, because I have an R10 in the stock I sent out and we got it repaired, but due to the stain and all that, yeah, I'm not sure if I like the color, but due to that, because I couldn't help it anyway, because some of the stain refused to give up the ghost. Well, my lovely wife just popped in the door. Say hi, hon.
Hello, hon.
Anyway, I was going to get her to film me, but she ran out real quick to do something. So, what was I going to say? So I had the R10 stock done, and it was done really nice as far as the brake. It was a nasty brake, and it was really done beautifully, really nicely done. It's just the color. So I'm being a little picky on the color, and I'm going to stick it in that R9's stock. Weihrauch Hawk 95. Geez, R9, Hawk 95, and Weihrauch 95. Geez, all the numbers anymore are just starting to run crazy in my brain. Anyway, this is just a short little air gun thing on the 95. I really love the 95. I don't know how anyone cannot. I think this is the absolute perfect Springer. I'll get more into the other Springers I have too, but I can tell you right now, this is really one of my favorites. So I don't know what the breech is going to be like either. You know how some of those guys have gotten oversized breeches in this 22 caliber. We'll see what that's like with this, and we'll do a little review on it. I think it's going to be just fine. Well, anyway, this is Mike saying take care and thanks for hanging out. And before I forget, I do want to mention, I hope you don't mind, but Mr. Russ Best, I'm glad you're doing well. You really scared me there for a minute when I heard you were in the hospital and you were waiting on an operation, but I'm glad you're back on your feet and recovering. That's great. So anyway, take care and be safe. Thanks.